But usually he would be like in a better spot. I mean, I still feel like Phantom Lancer just by design is a very strong hero. Should be very strong in this game as well. He's just always doing very poorly in the laning phase, and the laning phase in Dota is just so important now. We always talk about it, right? Level 10, you have the talent, permanent plus 40 agi basically. Just make farming so much faster.
Right. And we'll have to see what Yatoro is able to pull off on the other side of the river here. It is Ghost, who has picked up this Jug. This is one of his go-to heroes while we were in the DPC. So the question, again, is always on Ghost, what he's going to do in this game. They had a very good second game. I don't want to say that that was on Ghost. He played really well, but I feel like Somnus really picked it up with that. OD was the perfect counter pick to the Spirit lineup. And now Somnus, of course, on this Lina. Who are they more reliant on when it comes down to it on this RNG side?
It would definitely have to be the Juggernaut. Like, he is the only real answer they have to the Phantom Lancer. So if he gets shut down, it would be anything other than maybe like a 25 Lion at some point. To be fair though, if Lion ever reaches level 25, this game I feel like is almost just over, because that AoE Hex talent, all the illusions are instantly dead, and you Hex the real PL. Such a hard counter. Probably won't be seeing it, because it's like super late game. But with a chance though.
All right, we might, you know, if we get to that point, probably be in about a 7-minute game if we do see Lion with level 25. We'll see. We take a look over mid. Somnus up against TORONTOTOKYO. It's 4-0 to the Tinies, 5-3. So 3 early denies. Somnus, we've seen him have historic plays on this. The Rampage that came up during the Chinese DPC where he was just a sliver of health away from dead. Ends up getting a Rampage with that Satanic. So we'll see, you know, if we're getting another instance of Somnus Lina and how it's going to be.
He's always very solid on the hero. He scales very nicely on the 2. Gets into his Shadow Blade eventually.
Blade Fury coming through, just trying to save X-Nova. And we've seen Slardar be very difficult to deal with. Amaru was one of those guys who played on this Slardar. His stance on this hero was just farm, 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 and eventually when the team needs me, I'll be there. They'll go in with the rebound. Slither and Crush is down, but they still have the dispose. Scatterblast comes in, Ghost a little bit low. They've got themselves the Fire Snap Cookie. He doesn't have the spin. The Slither and Crush again, and Ghost is down for first blood as Collapse gets credit for the kill.
They're only 1k ahead. It's just they're all laughing a lot.
A lot of chat. Nice. You can join,
especially after you lose a pretty rough game too. You know. Getting a good start, it's all very nice, feels very good.
It's the mental rebound you need, right?
Yeah. I was gonna make a Marci.
Okay. I kind of set you up for him.
That was good.
So
people always say I make lame jokes, you know. All right, I'll never make a joke again. My bad, boys.
Hey, 50% of the time, it's funny every time. So try your hardest. Just make some jokes. You've got your spike in onto the Rubik as well as the Hex. They have the continued control to allow Chalice to get a kill here. Yatoro, Doppelganger, and what's Chalice's objective here? Is it more to build utility? Is it to just be that pusher to get these towers and open up space for Ghost and Somnus? Or is it both? Is it none? Like, what is the main goal here if you're the Beastmaster in this game?
Beastmaster really only has one playstyle this game.
Right.
Or like, this patch rather. You get into the Dominator, you take the safe lane tower, then you slowly rotate towards mid, take the mid lane tower, get your Overlord.
They've got the Earth Spike in the Hex again. It's certainly not a kill here for RNG, but it's putting that pressure on. It's putting that thought in the back of their mind that maybe if we go too far out, we're in trouble. Blade Fury with Collapse by himself, but again, not a killing blow, but a lot of damage done to the Slardar over bottom.
Denied.
Mid lane is also starting to get harder and harder. He's looking for a toss back.
Toss, there it is. Rotation coming in from this Snapfire. LSA lands on the Tiny. They've got the help from the Marci. They're going to look for the dispose on TORONTOTOKYO, but he doesn't have the mana. Ooh, that looked like it set up nicely for a kill there onto the Tiny, but X-Nova just a little bit short of the mana needed to get that toss.
It leaves you Jug in the 1v1 scenario though, so Marci's going to come back bottom. Help back out again. Beastmaster though, he's free farming against the PL who was usually just considered counters to the lane. Not anymore. Not since Dominator uses Helm of Iron Will. You just don't care about Phantom Lancer. Which is what I was very worried about. You lose against the PL, you get this Dominator, you lose your tower really fast, BM gets the free game. Snowball from there. It's a very scary hero Beastmaster is.
Yeah, top of the CS, doing his thing. And Chalice very prominent on this hero, or dominant on this hero is probably the better word, is, well, with the mana drain, Yatoro, you've got none of it, and Lion, you've seen the control, the Earth Spike, as well as the Hex. It's made things a little bit troublesome for them over top, but the question is, can they finally secure another kill up there? It was easy to hit the Rubik, but they can take down PL and make his game that much harder. I don't know if you exactly have the easiest time recovering in a game like this.
I mean, okay, let's just talk about the situation where PL is pretty big, right? You get fast defusal, fast manta, fast hard. This game becomes incredibly difficult for RNG to actually play.
Right.
Because it's only Juggernaut can deal with it. If you ever doppelganger the spin, suddenly nobody can deal with you. Kill the backline, Lina feels really sad, Beastmaster feels really sad. Will the game get to that point though is the question. Maybe. Probably not. PL usually just loses like in the early mid game. Pressure too much.
Mirror in trouble, the Hex is out. They've rebounded, they've disposed.
Probably not fine.
And well, with the Earth Spike, Fire Snap Cookie onto the high ground.
He's fine.
And he is in fact fine. That's well done there to survive, especially with the two supports coming over. It ends up still being a 1v1 between the Slardar and the Jug. You can see a little bit of a CS discrepancy between the two, but nothing too crucial at the moment.
They're looking for a Slardar, but they're wards. But I see the rotation. I don't like this at all because now you're leaving the Beastmaster solo, who's supposed to be the guy that snowballs from that good lane that he had.
Right.
But now he's still good in the lane, of course, but he could be dominant in this PL.
Rebound again, looking for collapse. X-Nova not in range for the dispose. They've got the Scatter Blast. It hits on a Ghost. They slither and crush Kaka, but they've got the Earth Spike, the Fire Snap Cookie to get him away from the Blade Fury, as well as the little Shredder just coming down onto these heroes. It ends up being just a little bit of a skirmish that goes nowhere. But now TORONTOTOKYO's showed up. Avalanche, Toss, Scatter Blast, and the tree thrown over. Still not enough. And that has drawn the attention of mid to come bottom and leaves Somnus alone. We talked about how leaving these heroes alone obviously gives them a bit of an advantage, and we'll see if Somnus takes advantage of it. Chalice so far by himself against Yatoro. He's doing all right. He is a little bit less than the net worth on the PL, but they go for the Blade Fury once again onto Collapse. They've got the help of Mira, the Shredder, the damage coming out onto Ghost. Oh boy, you don't want to give it up like that. And TORONTOTOKYO, well, he's back. He's back like Godzilla, going in and going forward. X-Nova, he'll rebound away, trying to find some space. He goes into the trees, but Collapse should stick with him. Fire Snap Cookie comes out. Kaka in trouble, taking a lot of damage thanks to the corrosive haze that is in, as well as the tree. And it is just not going well anymore for RNG over bottom. They do give some open space to Somnus as well as Chalice.
Yeah, who now finishes Dominator, so the top tower should be long for this world, unless there's going to be some rotations and kill the Beastmaster. It's really not easy though with Hawk Vision around everywhere. Yeah, this game is actually looking very good for TSpirit. I didn't expect Juggernaut to get crushed in lane like that.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too far forward there for Ghost. Kaka, he gets caught out. Low Shredder once again. They do have the help of X-Nova. They're continuing to keep this a tri-lane. They really want to take advantage of all this. But it's just so easy to get out with Fire Snap Cookie. I say that, but with the Blade Fury and going that far, he doesn't want to commit. Knowing that corrosive haze and with the tiny TPing in, he'd put himself in harm's way. So immediately Ghost, not as careless this time around, and retreats back, doesn't give up his life.
Tiny isn't farming at all, though. His net worth is dropping massively.
Yeah, he's now behind Ghost. It's like, cool, kill Ghost again or try, but TORONTOTOKYO now losing the advantage that he had. It does, however, give Collapse solid spot, solid foothold at the top of the net worth.
Sure does. Yatoro is very happy in the jungle now as well. He got away with the laning phase that he wanted to have.
Dire's
very good for him. The top tower is taking a lot of damage and no to defend it.
Ghost really isn't able to step up in this lane anymore. It feels like he is just doomed to be locked out. The top tier one, it goes down. Obviously, the pushing power is there from Chalice. He's got some help from Somnus, who makes the rotation. They open up the map a little bit, and they're going to TP down bottom, the Lina. So with this double damage, I believe it's about to run out anyway, so it's not going to matter all too much. But Spirit, They have smoked up themselves. They haven't exactly fallen off the lane just yet, but they are rotating towards mid, and they're in the jungle. Hoping maybe to get something. They are showing the line over mid. Wraparound is in, and Xnova, he's not in the best spot to break this smoke, but so far so good for RNG, while TSpirit don't get anything out of this movement.
Radiant are scanning.
Moposhka over mid, hoping to get his level 6.
Already got it. Very fast. Obviously, it took like mid lane for like 3 minutes. He's very happy as a 5 Rubik. Nova, but here's a rebound. We're gonna happen.
Cookie off the mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid for the Tiny. Like, it's not a hero that comes back into games easily. Feels more like a rich +4 right now than a mid laner.
Dire structures are fortified.
Stealing the Hawk. They're trying to go. They're trying to get Moposhka Ghost forced out of the lane. Kaka's moving forward, and, well, for a second gets blocked by that Centaur. They've got the Hex. They'll hit the stun. Avalanche on it, too. Xnova behind him, but there goes Kaka. He's supposed to be legendary on this line, and right now it's been a little bit hurtful for him to be in this game. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses as well as the Omnislash coming out of the TORONTOTOKYO. They get the kill on Xnova. 2 heroes dead on the side of RNG, and the Blade Fury's not going to be enough to get the kill. Fires that Cookie at the end of the Blade Fury. They have the damage with the Corrosive Haze. Double kill in for Mira, and TSpirit get away with 3, and they lose nothing.
Kisses from downtown, slowing the heroes down, dealing a ton of damage. And Ghost was kind of like, he could have just walked away, and instead he chased, right? But he only half chased. Like, either you go for the kill and die after,
right?
But he went half, he didn't get the kill and then died, which is like the worst case scenario for him, unfortunately. Very indecisive play there.
Are fortified.
A very decisive play by TSpirit.
Yeah, they're very confident with their movement so far, and yeah, TORONTOTOKYO, he's still behind Somnus, but at the moment, with all these movements, it's opened up PL to be top of the net worth. The way Collapse is playing, he's second on the net worth. Things so far are all doing well, and you can see, you look at this heat map for TORONTOTOKYO, and then compared to Somnus, Somnus spending a lot more time over mid. Just that little blue highlight over bottom is when he TP'd in, and he really didn't do anything with that. But you can see, TORONTOTOKYO back and forth like a Minuteman, looking for what to go for next. As he went through the river, he goes mid to bot to mid to bot.
Fusion Blade already picked up on Phantom as well, so mid tower spikes there. Also his farming item. So
they found Xnova.
But he
disposed them down to the low ground. Tree toss isn't going to do anything. They are still trying to catch up with the Fire Snap Cookie and maybe get an avalanche out. 3, 2, 1, no. Rebound.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What an ability.
A lot of movement on that one. So Chalice up here with Kaka and Somnus. I don't think we've seen a finger used yet. They have a lot of burst damage.
Yeah.
Laguna and Finger. It's going to be tough to survive both of that, especially if there's extra control from the Primal Roar as well.
Now, careful.
Primal Roar comes out. Mortimer's Kisses again from downtown. They've got the Laguna Blade. The LXA lands though. Oh, Somnus is in trouble, but he's saved by Kaka thanks to the Earth Spike. But the Avalanche comes in. TORONTOTOKYO's there. They'll blast down Somnus and Kaka. 2 gone for their trouble. They only lose Moposhka. And, well, he's happy to be the sacrificial lamb on that one when it's very easy for them to retaliate. They want Ghost. He's down pretty low as well. He's forced to go up towards top, and he's not really doing anything in this game so far.
You know, I feel very worried for RNG right now. Somnus, he's had this history of, like, when his carry is not doing well, he's trying to do it himself, right? So here's Trevor's queued up, first item, while his carry is already massively behind. And I don't know who of their team actually will have the fighting power or the staying power to take a team fight.
Right.
Like, Ghost can't do it, and if Somnus can't do it, then who? Like, Chalice alone? That's not gonna happen.
Now, I'm not trying to throw shade. Just asking a simple question. Do you think it would be like this with God King?
Maybe. It happened like that with God King, right? When God King had bad games, Somnus is like, alright, I guess I gotta do this. And he takes a lot of the farm. He itemizes in a very greedy way. So he went Travels before BKB. What we saw a lot of Linas do. Even Somnus as well. He goes BKB first, and then into the Travels.
Yeah, now it's Travels BKB, a little bit more greedy. The thing with God King is something that we learned, you know, we had those in-depth stats, was the damage to gold ratio, and God King, when he was with RNG, had one of the lowest. So he'd get a lot of farm, but he wouldn't really do anything with it. And that was one of the big reasons that they did end up pulling God King from the roster. They went to Ghost. Ghost is a 12k MMR player. He's been with SAG, he's been with other SEA orgs, but this is his first time, big time international LAN, and there is a lot of pressure when it comes down to that, and it's really tough to maybe be able to take away those jitters of, oh, I had a little bit of a bad start, so I'm gonna have to show myself. Avalanche toss up into the air, into the Slithering Crush, a little alley-oop from downtown, and they'll get the kill on Somnus, taking him out again, and a killing spree there for Toronto-Tokyo.
Yeah, and this game is starting to look really, really bad already. Like, he's not going to get into his BKB too easily at all. And when he has his BKB, PL will probably have his Manta. It will be halfway to his heart. Game's looking very rough. Chalice will somehow have to sell, which is with his Helm of the Overlord. That's the timing they're looking for. They'll have a Maelstrom at the time as well. You cannot farm your way back into this game. You're going to win this fight. Like PL, we spoke about the timing. But once the heart is actually there, he will be unstoppable. By unstoppable, I mean illusions are running at you, and you kill them, and then more illusions are running at you, and it never ends.
They're going to try and smoke.
They're looking for Yatoro. He just TP topped it, so he's a little bit boxed in.
Got Ghost up there too. He's got Omni Slash. If they can get Yatoro with the Primal Roar, there it is. This is a big kill to get, I think, beyond it. Omni Slash committed. They want to make sure that they take down this PL, and that's exactly what you need to do. Collapse is coming over to try and maybe get a little bit of a rebuttal, but it's not so easy. Maybe if they catch the two TP next to each other. Toronto-Tokyo, it's a little bit late, but the idea was there, that's for sure.
This kind of kill is exactly what they need.
Dire's middle
For sure.
tower
Now
is
they get the
under
Overlord.
attack.
Now we got pace a little bit.
You know, I do go on a little bit of a spiel. I do want to say that Ghost, he has come back from situations like this, and that's why RNG have put their continued support into somebody like Ghost, right? Especially in Division 1, they won the region. Technically best team in the region.
Technically. They lose Hero, not at the National.
At least not at the moment, but it does put them in a good spot to feel confident about. Getting this far, thus far, is certainly a good point to be at. Obviously, with the change going into Kaka throughout the year, he's been a big veteran here for the side of RNG, and they've worked around him really well, and he has showed the changes that RNG can make to be in a spot like this. So they're down a lot, but can they bring it back? And a lot, you know, 3K. Maybe at this point of the game that feels like a lot, but it's certainly doable. With Spirit, they're doing a very good job, right? They lose Yatra there. That's probably their big down mark. They get X-Nova in this situation. Their map movements, minus that one death on Yatoro, has been pretty pristine.
Yeah, definitely. Just overall, they look to be on the page was very nice. Again, now they have a loss like we did in game 2. Coming back, that this is not easy at all. Now they're looking to go into Roche. Stardust
Dire's
parity as
bottom
well.
tower is under attack.
Should be a pretty quick one. They also dewatered.
Are fortified.
Is there anything they can do about this? They're slowly TPing, but slowly against Slaughter is too late.
Yeah, Corrosive Haze, the minus armor on a Roche.
Has fallen.
Can they make an entrance?
Roshan
Not
has
really.
fallen.
Somnus still speaking. Oh, Somnus against Somnus.
Yeah, now in trouble. Avalanche as well as the toss. The team Power Ranger TP over bottom. Somnus, he's into the trees. He's trying to survive, but there it is. Collapse with the first hit bash. Somnus is dead on his screen already, and Collapse will get the kill. So they get Roche. They move over. Another perfect movement from Team Spirit. They've got the Aegis in PL's hands, and it's still lining up to be a good timing here for this Spirit lineup. They want more. They'll doppelganger forward. They're trying to find the vision. They look over for Kaka, who is hiding and surviving, at least for now. Maybe on there.
Ancestors were
Dire's top
ninjas.
tower is under attack.
Ancestors were.
Maybe. Kind of movement.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he plays a lot of ninja guy.
The game was way too difficult, man.
Let's be good at it.
Way too difficult. They're looking potentially for Mira. There's a blink on Kaka, but you don't want to get baited in for like a +4 Snapfire. Oh, I said, they're still thinking, they're still thinking.
Yeah, and Collapse is right there. They're gonna make this move, and potentially there'll be the rebuttal coming out. Collapse is waiting for the moment, waiting for them to be close, and there it is. There's the Slither Crush coming out of the 3, but they've got the Primal Roar to follow it up. They go after Collapse, they have the LSA, they have the damage to get themselves 1. They look over and finish off a second. Collapse goes down 2, but they end up losing X-Nova and Kaka, so this is a little bit problematic. Yeah, he's stolen. Ghost is in, but he's taking so much damage. Blade Fury, Doppelganger, the damage out on is there, and they will turn Ghost into Casper once again. I mean, Yatoro is ready with the rest of his team, obviously minus the 2 heroes that died, and they were ready to retaliate. It wasn't the perfect retaliation, but when you get a kill on the Jug and you get both supports, it feels pretty worth it.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, it was still decent-ish trade, I guess, for RNG, because they still didn't have the BKB on the Lina. They didn't quite hit the timings. Yeah, every kill you give PL is bringing him closer and closer to that heart. He has a shot already, which makes his lance bounce. He's just going to become an absolute menace.
This is just falling apart a little bit here for RNG. Still the net worth kind of close, but you see the PL where he's at compared to anybody else, and he is really pulling away. The Phantom Lancer, he has got himself that Diffusal Manta. They've got the Blink as well as the Slithering Crush. X-Nova stands no chance. They've X'd him out. Chalice. He's got the Boar, he's got Kaka, but he's got the rest of the team coming in. Avalanche is through, he'll throw the axes, but how is he going to survive this? Primal Roar committed him to collapse, but the Teltornos into the air, and now the stolen Primal Roar, they'll throw it back over. Your ears are really going to hurt with that one. Avalanche toss, and now your bones, your body are all obliterated as you will turn into mush.
Did you see how Rubik stole the Roar? He roared him, and he rushed towards him like, whoa! It was like some Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah. You take a look at the net worth, Yatoro compared to Ghost, it is just such a split of the moment. You can see how big it is. Ghost just found really moments where he is just
under attack.
Found himself too far out. But they may have baited Yatoro here. LSA to follow it up.
Where's the team?
Mana Drain, and they get the Aegis. But do they have enough to get him twice? It doesn't look like they really want to commit. They're thinking about it for sure, but there's the Manta as well as the Doppelganger. Yatoro free to retreat.
That Aegis had like a minute left on it, so not the worst step ever. Still forced a lot of reactions, right? And so here's the problem with this matchup. If Juggernaut is under-farmed, he cannot really deal with PL at all once that heart comes online.
Right.
He really needs to be on par with the farm. Maybe even get into Mjolnir fast, but that's not going to happen. Like, they need to win one of the team fights for him to be able to do anything.
I mean, he's 8K to 12K net worth and such a gap.
Top tower is under
the problem
attack.
is also, like, PL is not even quote-unquote online yet.
No.
Once that heart is there, that's where he's going to feel unstoppable.
Has fallen. Dire are
so a smoke again by RNG. They feel the desperation, the need to go and get these kills. They think about Toronto-Tokyo. They saw the Avalanche, they made the turnaround, but they are not going to go as well. Spirit, they're together.
He's also so tanky on Titan. Now it's a 5-man smoke. Now lanes are pushed in a little bit, especially the bot lane, so it should be quite obvious. If they kill Chalice first, it's a massive kill.
They'll go to the Avalanche toss on X-Nova. They'll get the kill on a 1. Now the Slithering Crush, they found themselves Chalice. They've got the Motorverse Kisses from downtown once again. The Fabled's there with Primal Roar being thrown over on the Collapse. Blade Fury, LSA, they've got the control, but the Stolen Primal Roar again! It hits on the Sadness. Do they have enough to turn this? It's not looking likely. Ghost ends up dead. They throw the Laguna Blade, but the damage just isn't there for the side of RNG. They'll land the LSA coming through onto Yatoro, but X-Nova dead for the second time. Just can't find the damage. They do get collapsed, but is that worth it? Not really. It just has not been value. These trades have not worked out.
Dieback on X-Nova. 9K Goldie suddenly. Hard is just around the corner. The game is looking real rough. Like, we spoke about the only answer being Juggernaut to the Phantom Lancer, and he's repeatedly just getting taken out without really getting any kill in return. 1-5-1. Not the scoreline they were looking for.
Radiant's top tower.
And this offlane duo of Slada, Snapfire really worked out perfectly.
Midas Arm is disgusting, especially once they hit 6, of course, right? Corrosive Haze, a little shredder.
Yep.
Shred right through these heroes very quickly, and RNG are yet to offer a solid rebound to what's going on. They're trying to trade, but they don't have a link cable, and they're stuck in the Game Boy Color era.
I love that era, though.
I know.
Pokemon games there. Then you like plug in the game in the N64 in the Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. You get like triple speed and whatnot. However, look at the Tiny. He's going for that build that we spoke about, right? The Agate Scepter plus Slaughter is absolutely
Radiant
disgusting.
are scared.
You're permanently slowed, and whoever's amped, you're just dead. Nothing you can do about it. You're dirty.
Pushed on the screen. Always sitting at an angle.
Yeah. We're not gonna school. Stop copying my homework, bro.
Laguna comes out, finger two, double burst, not enough. Laguna is gonna be thrown here by Maposhka over at Somnus. They get the Konataka, they'll take out one. Somnus is dead too. It's just, it is never being clean for RNG.
Because I think the fire
It is. It's really burning away.
extinguishing.
Yes.
It's being extinguished rather by the big water boy that collapses. Now it's a BKB. He didn't even have the BKB. The crew level 2
Avalanche.
and Ghost is
Toss Ghost, rebound,
back.
trying to run. He's got the healing ward, but here comes Yatoro. Doppelganger looking at Xnova, who's willing to give up his life for the greater good, but the greater good is kind of running out of steam.
the heart is now on the way for Yatoro. He's gonna be sitting at like 3.2 health.
Radiant's bottom
Now this is where it
tower
starts,
under
right?
attack.
The Ilu coming and coming and coming and coming, providing so much vision for the Strada, for the Tiny. How do you deal with him now? Like,
Dire's
you
top
have
tower
one
is
mana
under
drain
attack.
every 6 seconds for one
Radiant's
illusion.
bottom tower is under
That's it.
attack.
Yeah, not ideal. Little Shredder takes
Radiant's
towers
middle
quicker.
tower
The
is
TP's
under
over towards
attack.
top. They want to go for Chalice. It's like the second you show in a lane, if you're RNG, you're in so much trouble. Telekinesis, Fire Snap Cookie. There's the lockdown. They're gonna toss him on top of you, and boom, Chalice gone.
Didn't speak about it, but
Dire's
Rubik
top tower
stole this
has
post,
been
so
denied.
that is
Radiant's bottom tower
Toss
is
the
under
Centaur.
attack.
yeah. He will throw you back like 500 range. German suplex, but a little bit more strength.
Oh yeah, then give him the 5-star frog splash, and well, and for the 3 count. 4-man smoke from RNG. Again, it just feels so desperate to make something happen. But these heroes are made from the side of TSpirit, and it feels like it has to be desperate, right? You're down by so much. Ghost needs a way to recover. Hell, your whole team needs a way to recover, and it's just not there. That is a very quick Ags for Tiny. Somnus showing himself to blink forward. Kaka's over to the side. They've got the Lotus Orb, so he really can't do anything except blink forward, try to TP.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's out.
Easy peasy. How is OPL looking? He's going for, of course, Mage Slayer build up. Going into the Bloodthorn. Perfect item for PL now because
Nice.
usually how you kill illusions is via magic damage. Juggernaut spin, Maelstrom, whatever. But Mage Slayer is really gonna nullify that damage. Well, not nullify, but negate it. Well, not negate it, but reduce it.
Go on.
Lots of English words.
Yeah, yeah.
They're being thrown
Oh,
around.
you're doing good.
My mind was a little bit discombobulated.
Doing good. I like that word.
Me too. I learned from you.
I know. A little bit of an English teacher myself. They'll go for the second Roche. They'll try to take it quickly. Try really isn't the optimal word I can use. They're gonna get it.
Thrashing.
They'll secure it. Yeah, thrashing,
Destroying.
smoking, killing, swamping, brutalizing. Yeah, that's one as well. They'll throw the axes over. It's really where you want to be. Xnova's going to try and rebound away, but the rest of the team can certainly follow this up. And that is a dead Marci.
Dire's bottom tower is
Ghost
under
again.
attack.
He's forced to run. Blade Fury out, but he doesn't offer any damage.
You know this, B-Cup. Run away from your problems, but eventually
They catch up with you.
You gotta solve them. How do you solve them this game? Well, luckily it's not my question to answer because I don't really have one answer. PL is just too big. Like, this is really the only time PL looks unstoppable, right? Like, here's his Dufu, okay, he's strong, or like, decent, he gets his Manta, yeah, not bad. But after hard, really disappearing.
He has been pretty unstoppable. TORONTOTOKYO looking for a way in to get Somnus. They're sitting on the high ground. Blink Avalanche is certainly what they could go with, and that's exactly what they're going to do with the BKB being popped by Somnus. It's already a little bit too late. They'll go in with the rebound. They'll look for the Laguna Blade. The right-click damage is out on the Poshka, but Collapse could go in if he so pleases. The BKB is no longer available on Somnus, so they have to retreat up the steps with no Rubik. They do kind of back off a little bit, but they've got this Aegis. They don't have to go too far back.
Radiant's bottom
Mjolnir is
tower
online
is
now,
under
so
attack.
at least there's some damage to the PL. He's already getting his Mage Slayer very soon. Yeah,
Minute
it's tough.
45.
He also does not have his Manta Style yet. There will be a Orchid,
Radiant's
the
bottom
Phantom
tower
Lancer, so
is under
if
attack.
he gets Orchid before he spins, he's just dead. So many problems.
Oh yeah.
There's a new problem every time. Okay, now I have a damage out for the
Radiant's
PL, but he has magic
bottom
resistance
tower is
already.
under attack.
Oh, I need my Manta Style too, because there's an Orchid. What do you do?
Radiant's
tier 2 bottom.
has fallen.
Move on for more.
Now Phantom also has the rush range talent, so this more pesky.
Here they go up on the high ground. At least Yachiro's here so far.
How did they stop him? He hasn't ages.
And
We can help.
do you want to step on that? Because there's 2 heroes waiting to blink right on top of you. Or really, Collapse will blink, and then
Radiant's
the
bottom
tree
tower
volley will
is
come
under
in.
attack.
These heroes are top. They're not even trying to defend on the side of RNG. All they have so far is Chalice
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
and
attack.
kind of X-Nova. Yachiro pushing them back just with his presence and throwing the Lotus Orb on an illusion. Maybe trying to trick them to jump in.
Through
that Primal War.
Is under attack.
Who knows?
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Bottom set of racks. Not looking good. And neither is Chalice. He's in trouble, but he gets back into the base. X-Nova not so fortunate. The Mortimer's kisses are used. They've finally got Ghost and Somnus back into the base. But it's on to the top and mid set of racks. Right now, mid's in their eyes, mid's in their gaze, and they're going to go for it. It's very quick that they can just really make things happen. They go to the air spike. They're really going to look for the finishing blow, but they've got the Lotus Orb. There's the Blade Fury doppelganger away. Toronto-Tokyo, he's going to be telekinesis by Maposhka down to the low ground thanks to the shard, and it's just very easy to disengage. Spirit really don't have to commit too much. They've got Doppelganger, they have the telekinesis, and they really can just run from these heroes. Again, the Lotus Orb keeping them safe. They've got the silence on to Somnus. There's nothing he really offers at this moment. And another tier 3 goes down for the side of RNG.
Yeah, and now they're finally gonna back off because Yatoro is obviously pretty low, so no need to really force anything. Phantom Lancer is the king this game. Just wait, you can even wait for next Roshan if you want. Keep RNG in their base, outscale them. It's a pretty easy win for Spirit from here. Granted that they won't mess up. And so far they haven't really messed up at all.
They're not diving tier 4s, they're not doing anything too crazy just yet.
Still ages for 50. See how aggressive they want to get. Without.
Not meeting.
Actually just went straight for an Aeon just gun. Playing a super sniff. I love it. When you head this far, just play safe. Why take any risks?
Especially in an elimination game like this. Yachiro feeling very confident to just frontline here. That Lotus Orb is certainly going to help. They've got the Avalanche coming through in a 1. They use the Primal Roar. It's going to be out on the Toronto-Tokyo. They'll go to the Dispose, throw him back, and now the 4-staff away. Yachiro's onto the back line looking for Kaka. They're trying to get the damage. The fight will take a collapse. They've got themselves started with no buyback. But look at Somnus. He's on the run. He's silenced up. And here come the kisses from downtown. But into the base they go. They are driving a little bit. They need to be a bit careful with what and how far they go.
Aegis ran out. Are they gonna go back? He's not going back. He's careful though.
Yachiro. He's still safe for now. They've got the Fire Snap Cookie. They get the kill into X-Nova. He'll be forced to buy back into the game. And again, they go after the racks. Take away none. At least not yet. Okay, never mind.
They buyback, they respect it.
We'll deny it.
But 22k gold lead. Again, they do not have to finish this game just yet. They can wait for the next Roshan, play it really safe. Aeon just was on cooldown as well. Need to force anything. Without your big fish.
All these games have been so one-sided. I mean, this one is no different.
Pretty much the name of the patch. Like, you lose 1 lane, or 2 lanes even. It's so hard to get back into the game. And after you lose 1 fight suddenly, you're like PL, completely out of control. I mean, look at Toronto-Tokyo too. 11-0-12.
Bounty killing!
They've all been playing amazingly this game.
Graph is not pretty if you're hoping RNG can come back here.
There was a chance before PL at his heart.
Is there still a chance?
very difficult. As I said, like TSpirit will have to make mistakes
Radiant
while
are
RNG
standing.
has to play perfectly. Then combined together can definitely create a comeback here. They're 5-man small despite all the lanes pushing in. That screams desperation usually.
Yeah.
It is super obvious. They're just using it to reward, get some map back. But yeah, Roshan is just around the corner.
Tried to do this a couple times. They've gone to a lot of those like 4 or 5-man smokes and really haven't made it work. The one time it did work, they got Yatoro, but
5-man smoke by
tapping off
TSpirit,
that.
which is not as obvious because all the lanes actually push in. They have 0 info on RNG. Holding the high ground. Made it out. Or Somnus might be the unfortunate one. Somnus, be careful.
Somnus, Maposhka ready to go, but he's not going to be needed just yet. They'll get the kill to Somnus. He's got buyback. They're into the base again. The mid-racks still scratched up from the last time.
Buyback and back.
And
Stay around.
yeah, they don't have to, but they could.
They could if they wanted to. But again, to risk anything, elimination game is 1-1. So you're out. There's a lot of money on the line.
All right, Earth Spike going forward, and that's not where you want to be. However, and this. So TORONTOTOKYO is going to be okay. They go to the Omni Slash immediately, and Kaka's gone. He's got no buyback. RNG have come to them and given up a kill.
But this Aerodis was not like... Now there's no Omni Slash for the next fight. It's gonna be even more difficult to fight, and they know that. So they're just gonna start sieging.
Yeah, sure.
Again. If someone decides again, the game is over and he just might.
Yeah, Avalanche comes in. They've got the tunnel. They're gonna toss him up into the air. The Avalanche hit on a 3. They'll get the kill on a ghost. They'll take out Chalice. They'll call GG, and TSpirit will eliminate RNG with ease. Game 2 wasn't exactly theirs, but 1 and 3 were certainly stops, and they will step on RNG and kick them out.